When soldiers find themselves cut off from supply lines or stranded behind enemy territory, their survival hinges not on luxury, but on compact and reliable tools crafted for one purpose, keeping them alive long enough to return to safety. These kits, known as SERE kits, short for survival, evasion, resistance, and escape, are not science fiction gadgets, you know. They are carefully assembled collections of the most essential items, tested under extreme conditions and refined through decades of hard lessons in war. Today, we're taking a closer look at the military-grade survival kit, why it remains unmatched in reliability, and how these principles can be applied to civilian bug-out situations. Unlike most camping or off-the-shelf survival packs, military kits are not about comfort. They're about endurance, evasion, and bare-bones efficiency. During World War II, downed pilots often carried small tins containing fishing line, razor blades, water purification tablets, and even silk maps that could be folded into the smallest spaces. Later conflicts, including Vietnam and Iraq, refined these kits further. The military recognized that weight and bulk can get a person killed, so every tool had to be light, multi-purpose, and nearly indestructible. This principle is just as critical for civilians preparing for emergencies. Survival gear should not be about how much you can carry, but about how much you can actually use under stress. A military-grade SERE kit always revolves around 4 core needs: water, fire, food, and shelter. For water, purification tablets or compact filters are the standard. For fire, waterproof matches or magnesium strikers are chosen because they work even after being soaked. For food, simple snares, fishing line, or compressed ration tablets are lightweight and calorie-dense. For shelter, a reflective emergency blanket or small tarp can mean the difference between hypothermia and survival. What sets these apart from civilian kits is redundancy. Items are chosen to perform more than one task. A steel striker can light a fire, cut cordage, and reflect sunlight for signalling. A tarp can serve as shelter, a stretcher, or a rain collector. When building your own bug-out kit, borrowing this philosophy ensures that every ounce in your bag truly counts. The E and R in SERE, evasion and resistance, distinguish military kits from ordinary survival gear. During Cold War operations, kits often included concealable compasses, lockpicks, and tiny saws hidden in buttons or belts. These tools were not for camping convenience, but for slipping out of restraints, navigating hostile terrain, and staying undetected. While most civilians will never face capture, the same thinking applies in disaster situations. A compact multi-tool with a hidden blade or a paracord bracelet can provide options when conventional resources are stripped away. A modern example for preppers would be carrying a small credit card-sized lockpick set or handcuff key in case of extreme scenarios. History teaches us that flexibility and resourcefulness are as vital as food and water. A soldier's kit is designed to fit into a vest pouch or pilot seat pack, but civilians can expand these principles for longer-term needs. Start with a waterproof container, such as a military ammo can or a rugged dry bag, to keep everything secure. Include a water filter straw, a ferrocerium rod with cotton tinder, a folding knife, and an emergency blanket. Then add a few extras with proven field use: duct tape wrapped around a lighter, a sewing kit with heavy-duty needles, and compact rations like high-fat survival bars. The idea is not to replicate military gear exactly, but to copy the design philosophy. Durable, versatile, and stripped of excess weight. Testing your kit in controlled situations, like an overnight hike, will reveal what works and what needs replacing. History provides sobering examples of how survival kits determined life or death. Allied pilots shot down over the Pacific often survived because their rafts contained signalling mirrors and dye markers to alert rescue planes. On the other hand, German soldiers trapped during the harsh Russian winters of World War II suffered because their kits lacked adequate cold-weather tools. The lesson is clear. Reliability and climate-specific gear matter more than anything else. For modern survivalists, this means customizing your kit for your region, adding water-heavy gear for deserts, insulation and fire-starting redundancy for cold climates, and mosquito nets or repellents for tropical areas. A survival kit is never one size fits all. Start small and refine over time. Take a metal tin about the size of your palm and begin with the core purification tablets, a small lighter or striker, a razor blade, and a length of fishing line or snare wire. Test each item in real conditions. Light a fire in damp weather, filter muddy water, or set a simple snare. From there, expand into a bug-out bag that covers at least 72 hours. Add layers of redundancy, 2 fire sources, 2 water purification methods, and 2 cutting tools. Keep the philosophy of military kits in mind. If it doesn't serve multiple purposes or stand up to harsh use, it does not belong in your pack. A military-grade survival kit, especially one built on SERE principles, is not about carrying the most gear, but about carrying the right gear. These kits were forged through war, where soldiers and pilots had no second chances, and every piece of equipment had to work under pressure. For anyone preparing a bug-out bag today, the lessons remain timeless. Choose durability, choose versatility, and test everything before you need it. If you found value in this breakdown of military survival gear and how it applies to real-world prepping, make sure you subscribe to In the Beginning and share this video with others who take history and preparedness seriously. Together, we can preserve not just the stories of survival, but the practical skills that may one day save lives.